Hello everyone and welcome back to Chris Aquatics. In today's video I'm going to be doing a brand new Bioscape on the channel in this perfect 25 litre tank that measures 30 centimeters high, 30 centimeters deep and 25 centimeters long. And I'm going to be doing it on the bamboo stand with the Bioscape light combo, which is going to be perfect for a mixture of submersed and immersed plant growth. The substrate I'm going to be using today is left over from a tank that I just shut down. As I've said before in previous videos, I'm planning on shutting down a couple different tanks. I ended up shutting down my second Caridina tank that I had planned, but I changed my mind and now I'm doing it this. So this tank has been completely reset, but the soil is about 2 months cycled, which is why I'm going to be using it in this scape. This is just the base layer and it's getting covered by sand, which will be in the next clip. Now that I've added the aqua soil, I'm topping it with a layer of sand. The sand I'm using is the Sydney washed sand that you can get in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. I'm pretty sure it'd be different in other states of Australia, and this is really only something you can get in Australia, so that's where most of my things will be from. I just looked for something which is very fine, which is what I chose here. You can go with other types as well, or you can go with like a pool sand. Either really will work, it's just what I had on hand, so I decided to use it. It's also great because you don't have to wash it because it's already washed. I'd say you could rinse it a little, which is what I do, but you don't have much to worry about in that sense. When it comes to filling up the tank to a level point, I wanted to make sure that it was decently flat when it comes to the sand, so I laid the glass lid from the tank flat on the substrate, and I got my small jug and I just poured the chlorinated water directly onto the glass lid. And as you can see, it's perfectly leveling it out, mostly. I ended up going over it afterwards, but I don't want it perfect as it won't look natural that way. I ended up doing it a decent amount so that I could plant some stems afterwards, and that I could get an idea of how much the water is going to affect the rocks when I add them. As if you didn't know, when you add rocks to sand, especially sand, when there's water in the tank, it will definitely shift, so you want to make sure you have water in the tank when you add the rock. As we get into this scape, I want to point out that I don't know much about aquascaping. I've seen some videos online of how people do it, and really only all I know is that you need to get like a sense of scale to things. So I basically just started with a big rock and then added a smaller rock on the right, and then I tried to make it look bigger with smaller rocks in front of it, kind of like a mountain. I wanted to go for an islandscape initially, but the tank's really not big enough for that, so I kind of just winged it. If you guys have any opinions that you want to share down below or personal experiences, I'd love to hear, because I definitely want to improve. I've never really done this majorly before, so I don't know entirely what to do, but I was definitely teaching myself along the way. I want to make it so that it looks good for the viewer, but I also want to make it look good for myself. So basically just learning at this moment. I hope you guys can bear with me as I do learn how to figure it out. It's not really as easy as I thought it would be, and as you can see on the tank on the right, I mainly just use stems and really tall crypts for my escapes, and I wouldn't even call it escape. I've messed with driftwood in the past and added stuff like Anubias and boost to it because that's fairly easy. I've also had dragonstone where I've added just boost to it, but I've never done anything like this. So if you have any tips or if you think a rock should be moved, feel free to leave it down below. I love the constructive criticism and I want to learn. I don't want to just sit here and think I'm right, because I definitely don't think I'm right. I just want to learn and try to learn by doing, if that makes any sense. So I hope you guys can bear with me as I do this. It might look a bit frustrating, but it's really just me trying to figure it out. I wanted to get an islandscape like I said, but I ended up learning how lava rock works further into the video. I'll leave that for you guys to find out because it's pretty funny, but it was definitely frustrating for me and got me pretty upset actually. So I had it in a way I liked it, and then it was ruined, so I had to try to restart, and it still doesn't look good today when I'm looking at it right now. So I definitely have to learn how to get better with it for sure. I wanted wanted to add something on the left side between the lava rock and the wall. I wanted to make sure that I left enough space to access glass, because when it comes to algae scrapers and stuff, it's almost impossible if you put rocks right against it. So that's one thing I do know. So I made sure I left enough space to do that, but I wanted to fill the gap. So I found this plant, which kind of looks like a Jungle Val, but I don't think it's that. So if you know the ID, feel free to let me know. So the main purpose of this video is going to be doing a promotion for a store that's been in Sydney for over a year-ish, just under a year I think it is. And I've recently started speaking to the owner after I made friends with a really nice mate of mine now. We've been friends for a little while, and he introduced me to this lady. Her name's Amanda, and she runs the store called the Betta Aquarium. So this place is located in Campbelltown, direction of Sydney, and I live about 45 minutes to an hour away from there. But I'm more than happy to help out, because I'm more of a person that wants to support the smaller stores to be able to get them up along with the channel so that we can all go up together, and that's what I plan on doing with the channel. So I want to do lots of videos like this with the Betta Aquarium, and I'm going to be doing plenty more in the future, so this is just the first one. I have plenty more planned for future, so I'm very excited, and I hope you guys are too. But this is just the start of Chris Aquatics for the year, and we're in December right now, so 2025 is going to be a big year for us, and we're going to do lots of things. I'm super excited. I'm planning on getting some new shirts out, so I've only got the one, and I'm going to get a couple more made and make my one look nicer, and then I'm gonna be doing a couple fan shirts, so that should be fun to do. But right now the main focus is the Betta Aquarium. So the tank I'm setting up back there is for the Betta I'm gonna be getting tomorrow. So I'm going to be getting a Betta and some plants from the Betta Aquarium to show the quality and how they come out from the store, because even if it's received from a wholesaler in regarding the plants, it's based on what a store does to look after them before the customer purchases it and you receive it, take it home, how it looks. So I want to go through all those steps with you guys and show off how these plants come. And I'm super excited to get the Betta because I never really had one. I think I did when I was very young, but I don't remember it. So I am very excited. This tank is going to be perfect for it, and I'm hoping to be able to add shrimp. I'm hoping, but I'm not fully sure. So these guys are very aggressive in some cases, and they can be very timid in some cases. So I'm hoping I get lucky, and I'm hoping that we can kind of tell. But I'm going to be getting one, and I'm very excited. So that's what that tank's meant for. It's going to be having a Betta in it. I want to do some smaller fish too, maybe maculata or the dwarf rice borers, but I haven't fully decided yet, so that's just a sort of thing that I've got in the back of my head. But I definitely want to add shrimp to it, so if we can do that, that'd be great. But I'm setting up the tank so that I can receive the Betta and have a full showcase of the Betta Aquarium in my fish room. So I don't necessarily have a fish room, it's a fish corner for the moment. So that this rack right here is going to be moved to that corner behind me, and I'm going to be doing a sort of corner for the room for the moment until I have enough space to do more. But I'm mainly focused on this tank right here, which you'll see a video on pretty soon, and this tank right here. So I'm filming multiple videos at once. It's a lot at the moment, but I'm very excited to do it. So that's the plan for everything. This tank right here is my main focus at the moment, so I'm working on this. This is just me filming just after I added the sand and did the hardscape that you guys just watched. So I'm hoping you guys enjoy this side of me where I'm talking to the camera, and I've never really done this stuff before, but I'm excited to do it. So that's my main focus for the channel at the moment, is the Betta Aquarium. I want to do the Sydney scene of things. So a lot of the Australian videos are done of Queensland mostly and some of Melbourne, but there's not really a person that does Sydney. So I want to be that guy, and I want to make sure that everyone in Sydney gets the spotlight and gets to showcase all their cool things. So this is just the start, but I'm hoping to make this my main focus for as soon as possible, which is going to be tomorrow. I'm heading there, which is exciting. So I'm going to see what I can film and we'll find out, but that's going to be in this video too, and I'm very excited to show you guys. So I don't really know what color Betta I'm going to get. I'm hoping I might just let the store owner Amanda pick me one, because I feel like it'll be a better representation of the quality and what she likes based on her store, and it's a promotion for that. So I want to do it that way. So we'll see what she says, but I haven't met her before, so it'll be a first time tomorrow, and I'm hoping to catch that first interaction, but we'll see what happens. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get back into the scape now, but I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of thing that I did right here
for almost 5 minutes, but hey, I thought it'd be great to speak to you guys just one-on-one, and you guys can get used to me doing this, because I want to do this with all the shirts and stuff, so it'll be awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Now we're going to go back into the scape.
When it comes to backgrounds for my tanks, I always go with a black background, and the cheapest way to do it is going to your local news agency and buying a black sheet of cardboard. So this one was $3, and I just cut it to shape and glued it to the back, and that's the perfect background. As long as you don't drench it with water, it should hold, which is perfect. As for the plants, I went for a mixture of things. So we have the Jungle Val type of thing on the left, and then we have some Anubias Pinto at the base with some Anubias Nana around the midground and Anubias Nana Petite around the right at the bottom right, and then we have a big piece of Boost top right. So here's where I found out that black lava rock actually floats. I didn't know, and I was setting everything up and everything was going really well, and then I was filling it up, and you see what happens right here. So you'll notice that I skipped quite a far ahead, and sadly I had to, as I ended up having to glue the lava rock down. So I glued it to a piece of serious stone, the tissue paper method. I just doused it in super glue, the cyanoacrylate one that's just okay for sift. So I ended up going with that, and it worked, but it's very raised, so I'm not a big fan. So I ended up using the hang on the back filter with it, and along with the syngonium in top to try to add some terrestrial growth. I'll be adding more in future, but that's just what I've done for now. Now I'm gonna head to the Betta Aquarium, as that's where I'm headed now to grab the fish. I'm super excited to show you guys how it looks, and I don't know what I'm gonna get, but I'm super hyped. So let's skip right there, right now.
So here we are at the Betta Aquarium today to pick up our high quality Betta, which is one of hundreds they have in store today. But while we're here, I'm going to take you through all the amazing quality plants and fish they have in their amazing range at their store.
We're jumping back to the tank now. I ended up filming a bit of the store, and we went through all the tanks as best as I could for this video. I wanted to show it slightly so that you guys can experience it better in person. We'll definitely be going for a store tour eventually, but this is just the start of what's to come. So you managed to see everything that there was to offer, and I'm super glad that I went. It was a great experience, and Amanda was super helpful and great to talk to when it came to learning about Bettas, as I don't know much, so it was very insightful to learn. The Betta we ended up choosing has blue tips to its fins and like a white body. No clue what it's called, honestly. I probably should find out, but it's super cool. I have never seen a Betta this way. I've only seen the basic Siamese fighters that you see, so it's super cool to experience it in person. Once I got home, I got straight to the acclimation process. I let him float for about an hour, and in that time period, I removed water from the bag and added tank water, and I did that about 20 times. and in that time period, it managed to change the water in the bag to pretty much equivalent to the tank, to the point where I was able to just pour the bag straight into the aquarium. I don't like using nets, especially with fish like this, so I didn't want to risk it, and I did it this way. It's up to you how you want to do it, but I would prefer it that way if I did it, so it's up to you if you want to do it that way too. That is everything set up and finally done. I'm super excited to have it completely finished, and he has a lot of personality. He tends to follow my finger a lot, like you can see on camera. This is my first interaction within having him out of the bag for probably about 20 minutes, and straight away he's lively, all excited, curious about what's going on in the tank on the right. He kept trying to get in there, which was very interesting. I have a lid secure on the top, so there's no way he's going to get out. I don't want to have that situation, which is not fun, so that's how I want to avoid it, and I think it's best to do it that way. First thing I really wanted to do was test if he ate live food. So I was adding mosquito larvae to the tank, and he was straight for it. As you can see right there, first bite gone. And it was very interesting to watch him eat it. He's very survival, I don't even know how you would call it really, but it's very entertaining, and I was just pointing at where the mosquito larvae were falling in the tank, and he was just chasing it straight away. Super lively, and this is within 20 minutes of adding him to the tank, so I knew straight away that it was perfect for him. I'm not worried about the cycle being so quickly as of how I did it. If anyone has anything against that, feel free to share your opinion down below. I'm sure that I'm not completely correct about everything, and I'm always happy to find out how you guys do things differently, or happy to take criticism at the same time. Personally, I haven't had any issues. At the time of recording this voiceover, it's been about 4 days since he's been in the tank, and I haven't had a single issue. So it's going well so far. I'm excited to see the progress over the time I keep him, and I'm thinking that we might end up picking up a female Betta and see if we can breed them on the channel. That is for a future, probably for a 2025 video, but I'm thinking that'll be a super cool idea that we could do. But it's totally up to you guys on what you guys think. Finally, I want to say a great thank you to Amanda at the Betta Aquarium for providing me with this opportunity and giving me this Betta to be able to make this video. I'm highly grateful, and it's really awesome to be able to create a habitat for him. I'm super hyped to be able to showcase him on the channel in future projects and be able to use him as a kind of our little mascot, so it'll be very fun. At the moment, I'm just feeding him some live mosquito larvae, if anyone's curious, so I was testing if he liked the live food. Of course, we have to name him, so I would like you guys to pop some comments down below on what you guys would prefer his name to be named, and I'll pick a couple of them and I'll pop them in a poll and we'll vote. So I'm super excited to name him. I'm very hyped to be able to have the opportunity to have him in my fish room, so that's going to be very awesome. As always, appreciate it, everyone. Don't forget to go check out the Betta Aquarium if you're looking up for a Betta at all. So they're shop 6-95 Harrow Road, Glenfield, New South Wales 2167. I'll have the links to the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the website down below in the description. As always, I appreciate all the support, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to make these videos for you guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye, everyone.